Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We have come to the last part of the heart, that is the heartbeat. Now let's look at the heartbeat. How is the heartbeat initiated and how can this heartbeat causes the contraction of the heart. Now let's look at this thing. Here we have a rough sketch of the heart. This is the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and the left ventricle. As you can see, we have the sinoatrial node here, known as the pacemaker. We have two nerves. That is the vagus nerve. We also have the sympathetic nerves. Again, you can see that you have waves of excitation being transmitted from the sinoatrial node to the septum and to the atrioventricular node, again being discharged down to the Purkinje tissue, and are going to see how they are going to bring about the contraction of the ventricles and things like that. Now class, we say the sinoatrial node is a small area of specialized cardiac muscle fibers located on the right atrium, near the vena cava, Now, the sinoatrial node class initiates the process or the heartbeat. It initiates the heartbeat. The sinoatrial node initiates the heartbeat. How does it initiate the heartbeat, the sinoatrial node? It sends out waves of excitations to the atria. The sinoatrial node initiates the heartbeat by sending waves of excitation to the atria. Now, these waves travel towards the septum as well towards the atrioventricular node. Now, from the atrioventricular node, these waves are discharged down the Purkinje tissue to the bottom of the heart and finally to the ventricles, and they cause the ventricles to contract. Although the sinoatrial node initiates the heartbeat, we say the rate of the heartbeat is under nervous control. We say the sinoatrial nodes initiates the rate of heartbeat, but yet the rate is under nervous control. We have two nerves here. You can see we have the vagus nerve. The vagus nerves slows down the rate of heartbeat. We also have the sympathetic nerve. Now, the sympathetic nerve speeds up the rate of heartbeat. And therefore, the rate of the heartbeat of a normal human being is 72 beats per minute. But the rate can vary depending on age, health, and things of the sort. And therefore, what we are trying to say is that the sinoatrial node is the one that initiates the heartbeat. How? It sends waves of excitation to the atria. These waves travel towards the septum and towards the atrioventricular node. From the atrioventricular node, they are discharged towards the Purkinje fibers, towards the bottom of the heart, that is the ventricles, and they cause the ventricles to contract. And when ventricles contract, we know what follows next, things like that. And from there, we said that the rate of heartbeat is under nervous control. We have the two nerves, the vagus nerves and the sympathetic nerve. The vagus nerve slows down the rate of heartbeat, while the sympathetic nerve speeds up the rate of heartbeat. And we know that for every heartbeat, the heart undergoes through rhythmic contraction and relaxation. And the contraction being referred to as the systole and the relaxation being referred to as the diastole. And therefore, at the beginning of every cardiac cycle, it undergoes the cardiac diastole, where both the atria and the ventricles relax. They are filled with blood, followed by the atrial systole, where the atria contracts, emptying blood into the ventricles, yet the atrioventricular remains open while the ventricles themselves are still relaxed. After the atrial systole, it is followed by ventricular contraction. Now, the ventricular contraction generates a pressure. The walls of the ventricles, when the ventricles contract, they generate a pressure. That pressure closes the atrioventricular valve, and the closure of the atrioventricular valve will produce the first heart sound, that is the loop sound. Also, the pressure opens the semilunar valve. The same pressure again will pump blood out of the heart through the pulmonary artery to the lungs, through the aorta to the other body tissues and organs. Now from there, when blood is pumped out of the heart, what happens next? It is being followed by the cardiac diastole, and the cycle keeps on repeating like that. Now, for every heartbeat we are speaking about, the heart is going to undergo relaxation and contraction of the heart muscles, and therefore the heartbeat and the cardiac cycle are sometimes dependent on another, because once the heart beats, it also undergoes relaxation and contraction. I also want to clarify on an issue that was causing some chaos about why the heart muscles are said to be special. The heart muscles are known as the cardiac muscles. And these muscles are special muscles. Number one, they contract and relax rhythmically without fatigue. That's point number one. Point number two, the cardiac muscles are interconnected by intercalated discs that allow waves of contraction to travel throughout the muscles of the heart. The next thing is that the cardiac muscles are myogenic. Point number three, the cardiac muscles are myogenic, meaning they initiate their own contraction and relaxation without nervous stimulation. Together, we can be at the top. Wish you all the best and have a prosperous day ahead. With you here is Teacher Muhyiddin Khalif. Let the channel shine, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Wish you a successful day and a blessed day of Ramadan.